Hi, everybody. My name is Shannon Albright, and I am the, creator of our team, Dreamers, Believers, Achievers. And today is April 22nd, and this is our first new coach training call. And I'm so excited that you guys are here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I almost just closed this out. Why is it your Zoom cannot be minimized when you're recording this meeting? Okay, that's not good. All right. So how's everything going, Tina, so far? With, I mean, I know it's only day 3 of the coach training, but have you been able to check in so far?
I have. I got a little bit behind yesterday, just some issues going on, but yeah, I've been checking in. I think I'm a little behind from yesterday, but other than that, I'm okay.
Good. All right. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble with my computer here. Give me 1 second. It's telling me that I can't minimize, but I need to be able to see all my notes. What's happening here? I'm sorry.
Oh,
okay. All right. So sorry about that. So I just want to say, so this is a 4-week training where we'll teach you basically the basics of how to become a successful coach. And the first week is just the boring stuff, the back office, you know, creating your website, you know, introducing Beachbody. And then next week is basically when we're going to start learning like the bread and butter of the business and how to, you know, sell and inviting and stuff like that. So typically every day there's going to be an assignment. So my suggestion is always try and do, obviously we all have lives and whatever. So the weekends we're pretty much going to have free. And then,
okay.
So just to basically catch up. So I would suggest to everybody not get too far behind because next week the assignments are pretty heavy. And I don't want everybody to get overwhelmed. So I would definitely concentrate, you know, this week to finish up this week's stuff and be ready for next week, if that makes sense. So I want to introduce myself a little bit and share with you about how I got started in this business. And again, it's not letting me.
And then Melanie had issues last night on the call too. She only recorded 20 minutes of the whole segment.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I think it might be a Zoom issue, not a.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. I can't see you guys when I'm talking now because I needed to look at my notes and I just have a really hard time not just talking to a screen without seeing people. But anyway. So I wanted to share my story a little bit. And, you know, I'm sorry. Okay. I'm looking at you guys now because I don't need to see my notes for this. So anyway, so when I was younger, I was overweight. And when I was a freshman in high school, I got sick of being bullied and, you know, feeling terrible about myself. And I actually did something about it and I lost 50 pounds. And I managed to keep that weight off for 20 years by exercising and eating what I thought was healthy at the time. So then I got pregnant with my son, and call it pregnancy. I don't know what came over me, but I gained exactly those 50 pounds back. Anything that I ate that was healthy before, I had no desire to eat while I was pregnant. McDonald's was a weekly staple, and I just created extremely bad habits. I wasn't really worried at the time. You know, it was my first pregnancy. I didn't know. And everybody was telling me, you're pregnant. You get to eat whatever you want, you know, and, you know, you'll lose it when your baby's born. Even my doctor said that. He said, especially if you breastfeed, you would lose the weight a lot quicker. So I'm like, all right. So I gained exactly those 50 pounds back that I lost in high school, which I find pretty ironic. So I had my son, and they lied because that weight certainly didn't fall off. The breastfeeding did not help whatsoever. And it was awful. It was awful, awful, awful. On top of being a new mom, having no energy because my son, wasn't sleeping, it was just really, really hard on me. And my breaking point was when he was 4 months old, and my sister and I went shopping because I was sick of being in my maternity clothes, but I couldn't fit into anything else. And we were trying to find ways so I wouldn't look fat. And of course, that's impossible. Everything, that I put on, I felt like I looked horrible. Like the size, I just, I was devastated on the size that I was actually wearing. And it was just a very, very low point for me. It was really, my weight and the way I was feeling about myself was really affecting me. I felt like it was affecting me as a mom. I was just very short and impatient. It was affecting me as a wife. I sometimes, I wonder how my relationship lasted during that time. It just, on top of caring, for this newborn, and also too, I had no help. My husband was working late hours at the time. My family is not local. They live 6 hours away. All my friends worked, so I was all alone. I felt all alone. So it was just a very tough time in my life. So, my husband had suggested, why don't you join a mom's club? And I was like, I need to do something. So I joined this mom's club, and that's actually where I met my coach, Kathleen Petula. And I was sharing her a little bit about my story, and she's like, well, why don't you join my challenge group? I'm like, what's a challenge group? And she, told me about it. I was like, all right, and at that time, the program T25 was newer. And I'm like, that's perfect. 25 minutes a day for a new mom. I can do it during my son's first nap. And Shakeology, I was not interested at first because I didn't believe in weight loss shakes or weight loss pills or any of that. And it took a lot of consideration, and then I did a lot of research and found out it's actually not a weight loss shake, it's a nutrition shake, and there's just so many health benefits to it. So I was like, you know what? And I couldn't even afford the challenge pack at the time. The challenge pack was $205. I had just become a stay-at-home mom, so we were down one salary. My husband, but my husband knew something needed to happen and was just very supportive. And he's like, Shannon, you need to do this. Because I tried doing it on my own. I tried, running on the treadmill. I did a few times. I got really discouraged. I didn't have the motivation. So he's like, just you need to do this. And I was really intrigued talking to my coach, Kathleen, because she was a social worker just like me. And because I had a weight loss, journey when I was in high school, and I was just really into health and fitness for 20 years, I was just really intrigued that she was, I've always had a passion of weight loss stories and helping people and supporting people in their journey or whatever. And so again, she told me about the coaching opportunity, and I was like, you know what? Why not? I'll just, my initial goal was to just inspire people along my weight loss journey. And I never imagined it turned into what it is for me today. I just had never imagined what it would turn in today, owning my own business, having coaches underneath me now. I just, and not only that, first of all, Shakeology was life-changing for me. I was a zombie walking around my house because I wasn't getting any sleep. And I remember 2 weeks after drinking that shake, I was running around here cleaning the house. I'm like, where's all this energy coming from? The challenge group was exactly what I needed at the time. So I would have given up 3 weeks into the challenge if it wasn't for that group. So I feel like this whole process has just been life-changing for me. I've grown so much as a person. Not only have I had a transformation physically, but in every which way about me, confidence, has been a huge game changer. I've met so many friends and new relationships I've formed, with their team, and it just has been a very, very positive experience for me. So that's basically my story and how I got started. So anybody have any questions about that? Okay. So a little bit about Beachbody, just to give you a little bit of history of how it got started. So Beachbody was founded in 1998 by Carl Daikeler and John Congdon. They actually, you see more of Carl Daikeler for some reason. He's just more out there. So Beachbody is, as you know, the creator of the most popular fitness and weight loss programs, such as P90X, Insanity, T25, 21 Day Fix. And their mission statement is to help people achieve their goals and to live a healthy and fulfilling life. And let me tell you, they stand by that mission. Every time I hear Carl talk, it's about helping people feel good about themselves, and it's never about the company's bottom line. The programs, they put so much thought into. They test them to make sure that they work. They have all test groups just to make sure that the programs, work before they're released to the public. And it's just a really amazing company. And then on top of that, they decided to create this whole online support and community that includes us coaches and challenge groups, just to help our customers stay motivated with their workout from start to finish and to help them reach their goals. So, they don't need to do that. They could just sell these programs to Shakeology and whatever and be just like any other sales company. But the goal is to not let these products sit on the shelf. They want, and collect dust, they want people to use them and to feel good about themselves. So it's just an excellent company to be a part of. I know I keep saying that. So, hi, Kimberly.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome.
Can you hear me?
I can, yes.
That's weird. I didn't even know my microphone even worked or my camera, and I've never done this before, so it's creepy.
That's okay. Most of us haven't. When I first started coaching, these Zoom calls were very new to me too. And I got to tell you, I don't think I've ever gotten dressed for one of these. I never put on makeup. It's, wear your own pajamas, whatever. It doesn't matter. Kids crying in the background, doesn't matter.
Okay, good.
So I just wanted to say hi. I noticed an extra face. So, all right. I've already, gone through my story and explained a little bit of the history. So I'm recording this call so you can go back and listen to, everything that you've already missed. So Beachbody is a network marketing company that's made up of what we call uplines and downlines. We depend on each other to succeed. So you are all a part of my downline, and like Crystal's my coach, and then Tina and Kimberly, Crystal's your coach, and then above me is Kathleen Petula, who is my coach, and then above her is Alyssa Shoemaker, and then Alyssa's coach is Melanie Mitro. And Melanie Mitro, we are so blessed, so very blessed to be part of her downline. Melanie Mitro is the #1 coach in Beachbody. She is absolutely amazing, and she really, truly wants all of us to succeed. And let me tell you, I keep hearing from people who are not a part of our downline how blessed we are with all the support that we get and that she does, because no other team does that. Every Monday night, Melanie does a call for everybody in her downline, not just her own personally sponsored coaches, which is where I learned the majority of what I feel like I know today. And she always has a guest speaker on the call. And then once you become, she just does so much. She runs groups. Just trust me. It's very good. So anyway, so we all succeed. We help each other to succeed, because if you guys succeed, I succeed, and if I succeed, my upline succeeds. So we are all basically in this together. And our ultimate goal, which is hard to understand now because you're new, but our ultimate goal is to build our own downlines and to lead them one day. And I got to tell you that when I became a coach, I never thought that was possible for me because I did not have the confidence. I never thought I would have my own coaches. And in fact, I concentrated on all the wrong things to move my business forward. I thought selling challenge packs was the way to do it instead of building my own team. And now you live and you learn. But anyway, I just did not feel like I was a leader. But as I grew, you know, which Beachbody certainly did help me do that, I then started feeling comfortable enough to start having coaches underneath me. So it may not seem like something that you are ready and willing to do right now, but eventually you will have your own team. So when you guys clicked on, you know, become a coach, you know, those of us who are not doing it as a hobby, which if you are doing it as a hobby, that's great. But if not, if you want to actually grow a business, we are now considered CEOs of our own company. And I think that, and I wish that I looked at it this way in the beginning too. So ultimately, we have no alarm clocks, we have no boss, and the power of our own success comes, you know, starts with us. And basically, what we're doing is helping people, which is amazing in itself. There's so much potential for income in this business. It's crazy. So much income potential. I know that my goal is to be, you know, financially free, no debt, and then hopefully one day retire my husband, which would be super amazing. And not only is there a ton of income opportunity, but there's also a lot of perks, from trips to if you hit you know, certain goals each month, you get prizes, and it just, there's a lot of bonuses, and then the personal growth. This company believes so much in us, and our personal growth. Like I said, like I started from this shy little girl that was so scared to post in a challenge group to now me being a leader of, you know, dreamers, believers, achievers. Like, it's just amazing how much I've grown over a year. So does anybody have any questions about any of that? No? Okay. All right. So stop me if you do. So I can probably almost guarantee you that none of us are salesmen. Are any of you saleswomen? No. I'm not. I'm a social worker by trade. I was a social worker for 14 years up until I became a stay-at-home mom. And I got to tell you that I have no sales experience, have no idea what to do when it comes to sales, which is perfect for us because, you know, essentially we are here to help people, not to sell to people. And once we start having the selling hat on our heads, people, you know, will see that and they'll run. Basically, when we sell our products, it's us sharing our story with them to help them. Like, we want to inspire them to live a healthy and fulfilling life. And we want to provide them with the tools in order to do that. So in return, we then make the commission and the profit and stuff like that. So does that make sense? Okay, good.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Good. Because if you think about it, okay, so when you go to the mall and those center kiosks and people are coming up to you, you know, you want this, you want that, you know, and what do? You run, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I know I talk to sales people all day long and they're irritating.
Right.
So sometimes you want to avoid that.
Right. So I got to tell you that once you come off as a salesperson here, the same thing is going to happen. And don't get stressed out because next week we're going to tell you how to do that. So I don't want you to sit here and be like, I don't know what to do, because that's what this training is for. Okay. So yes. So we are going to be sharing our stories through social media. Okay. And there's things that Beachbody, basically in order to grow our business, there's 3 things that we need to do every single day in order to grow our business, according to Beachbody. And the first one is invite, invite, invite. So the first vital behavior is invite, invite, invite. So actually, I got on a call recently with Carl Deichler, and he feels that they named that wrong, that it should be connect, connect, connect. So every single day, we want to, it's not only inviting to challenge groups, it is about, connecting with people, friend requesting people, just trying to form relationships with people. And we'll go into that, later in the week. I believe Friday and Monday we touch on that. The second vital behavior that's very important to grow our business is being a product of the product. This is so important. We want to show that the products are working and prove to everybody that they're working. So I say that, would we buy a car? And plus, it's a good way to know which product is best, for people. Because as, with any new job, it's really hard to, because people are coming to us for help, and it's like, well, what program is going to be good? And in the beginning, you don't know, which program it is to offer people. So as you do the programs, you'll better have an idea of what each program is to be able to let them know, prescribe which one would be best for them. So, and also too, you want to show, everybody on social media that you're loving Shakeology, that you're loving these at-home workout programs and stuff like that. So, I also say, like, for a car salesman, if you go to Toyota to buy, a new car, are you going to buy it from a salesperson who doesn't know what they're talking about, or they're not even driving a Toyota? Are you going to buy a skincare line from somebody who has really bad acne? Are you going to purchase makeup, from somebody who doesn't know how to, do their makeup? You know what I mean? So it's like, it's so important to show that we are the proof of the product. And the last vital behavior is personal development. It's so important that every single day we do at least 10 minutes of personal development. I got to tell you that has helped me so much in this business. It has pulled, there's going to come time, there's been many times in this business where I was having a low, like really bad months, and I was questioning to myself, is this for me? Especially as a new coach, it's very common. If any of you feel that way, you're going to think to yourself, was this a good idea? Am I meant for this? And personal development really helped me pull out of that. So, and actually it really helps with Facebook posting too. Like sometimes I don't know what to post, and I'm like, oh, let me post something that I learned in personal development. So they say, read or listen to, 10 minutes of personal development every day. I found it very hard for me to do in the beginning, but then I make it a point to do it every day. 10 minutes is only 10 minutes. So some people listen to it on audio. Some people, listen to it on audio on the way to and from work. I watch actually a lot of videos on that Melanie Mitchell have done, or like other top coaches that have done, just on how to become a better coach and to further my business. So a couple of books that I found extremely helpful as a new coach that I would suggest that you guys start with. The first one, I think, that would be a really good book for you guys to look into is called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. This is not a get-rich-quick business, and it's going to start out extremely slow, and then over time, it's going to get bigger and bigger, and that's basically the compound effect. So it just really changed my way of looking at things a little bit, and that's just a really good book to start out with. Another one I suggest is Start With Why by Simon Sinek. And basically, it just goes back to what I was telling you guys earlier about not selling. It's basically sharing your why first. And, you know, because again, if you come out as a salesperson, you know, you're just going to scare people away and turn them off. Actually, I don't know if you guys have a lot of this, but Roden and Fields is a skincare line that I feel like everybody now is a Roden and Fields consultant on Facebook. And basically, I just see pictures of like before and after pictures of their skin. And they're saying, if you want to buy this product, message me, but nothing about their story, nothing about, you know, how their skin is making them feel. And I got to tell you, like, I just scroll right past. I don't even read them anymore because it's just trying to sell a product instead of making me understand how much better I can feel about myself and my skin. So Start With Why is a great book that opened my eyes of basically how to sell instead of being a salesperson, you know, to sell it from, you know, why you're doing this and your passion. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. And then another book. Oh, so this one is The Secret. It's either a book or a DVD, which I bought for like, I think $5 off of Amazon. And this was, I gotta say, life, like, I'm not exaggerating, life-changing for me. And we only have 6 minutes. We're gonna get kicked off, so I'll try to make this fast. So there was a time in my Beachbody, yeah, I think it was like my 2nd or 3rd month doing this, and I was literally gonna give up. You know, I just had a very negative attitude about this, and I was just having a really hard time and was just negative about everything. And somebody actually reached out to me. It wasn't my coach, somebody else, and they're like, you need to read or watch The Secret. And I watched it, and from that moment on, everything has changed for me. And I'm like, what could this secret possibly be that's so life-changing, right? Watch it or read it, because honestly, again, it's about the law of positive attraction. So that's all I'm going to say. You guys are going to have to watch or read it, but highly recommend it.
Shannon, who's the author of that?
Oh, Robin by Byrne, I believe.
Okay. I don't have that one.
Okay. Yes, you should definitely. I think everybody should.
I have the other 2.
Good. And then the last one is
The Secret's very good.
What?
The Secret, it's really good.
Oh, good.
I watched it many times.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. And it works. Like, I'm like, gosh, it makes so much sense. Let me put it into action, and it works. Let me tell you how crazy that is. So, and then the last book is called GoPro. Why don't I have the author written down? Oh no. Do you know who the author is, Crystal?
I don't have that one either. I have the Compound Effect and then Start With Why on my notes, but I didn't download GoPro yet.
All right. Well, GoPro, it's a network marketing book that I also found very helpful. All right. So, you know, you guys, I don't know how many groups that you've been added into, but I know I was added into a ton of groups when I first became a coach, and I found it very overwhelming. So what I need you guys to do for the next 4 weeks is to concentrate and focus on this coach training group, because you need to learn the foundation of becoming a successful coach. So that's extremely important. And then also is to, concentrate on, your challenge group that you're a part of, so you can be a product of the product. Those are your 2 priorities, for these next, couple weeks. Okay. And then also I would ask if you can check into Dreamers, Believers, Achievers, group at least daily to, just see what's going on. But I don't know if Crystal or Kara, I don't know if I don't add any of my new coaches anymore to Melanie's Dream Team, because although that it's very, there's a lot of good information, I just feel like until the Coach Basics is over, just to leave everybody out of that, because that can just be overwhelming.
I added them to Dreamers, Believers, Achievers, and Inspiration Nation. Those are the only 2 I added them to.
Okay. So just to let you know, so me and my downline, we are all part of Dreamers, Believers, Achievers. And then Inspiration Nation is my coach, Kathleen Petula's team page of all of her coaches, part of her downline, which we're included in that. So, so those are basically, so I mean, if the notifications in both groups get too much, you know, just ignore them. Basically, if there's anything that I feel that are really important from the other groups, I post in our Dreamers, Believers, Achievers group. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so these team calls are, I feel, and I'm going to try and talk fast. We have less than 2 minutes, but these team calls are so essential to our business. Not only these training calls, but we also do a weekly call on Thursdays at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Because, again, for me personally, I've just learned a lot on these calls. I always try, you know, on our call to share something with you guys that could help you further your business. And I know as a new coach for me, you know, when you know, everybody else was inviting and starting all these relationships and I wasn't doing the same thing, and I was like, God, I really need to, it motivated me to do more than what I was doing. So I just feel like these calls are essential. So I know that we all have family and lives, but please, please, please try and get on these calls. If not, I do record them. So just make sure that, you know, if you can possibly listen to them. All right. So do you guys have any questions? We have less than a minute, or we're going to get kicked off. Okay. If you do, message me, and I would love to chat with you, or message, you know, the coach in your upline. So hopefully I'll see you on the call tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have a lot of stuff to go over.
Sounds good.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.